Hello Simplifiers, Diana Simplifies here. How are you doing? I hope you like my new headband. I have a Dollar Tree haul for you today. This is larger than my typical. I think I went in there for two things, which I'll show you, and then it sort of blossomed into extras. So I think I may have had three things on my list. I can't remember, but anyway, it went further than that. The first thing when I went to the store, they had these headbands. They had glasses. This is the headband that you can see, it's green right here. So they had green glasses with I think it was three, it may have been the all four lights that stuck up on top. Because I have to wear glasses to see, it doesn't really work for me to wear a pair of, decorator glasses or whatever. So I got the headband. These were like, this is like the special deal for the week. So I wanted to go ahead and get this up for you guys so you'd see it while it's still sitting there. So it's right when you walk in the front door, or at least at my store. I think it's probably the special deal at pretty much every store. And the other thing they had was a box about this big, and it had a necklace with these. So I'm guessing that they flash. This flashes, it has two different ways it flashes. And I don't want to do that because I know there's some people that are real sensitive to flashing. So I just turned it on. So it's on, but just not flashing. So there's three settings to this. So I thought that was a pretty good deal for, it's a nice sturdy, I'll just go ahead and take it off if I can get it off. And get it off my head and show you. Very sturdy. It's so bright in here, it's hard to see, but you can see that this one's on. They are on. But it has a little button right here that changes it from the flashing. And this, I need to take this off. This, when I took the packaging off, it just stayed on there, so that will also come off. I need to cut it off of there. It was just taped together. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And then, like I said, they've got the necklace, which probably would have been less annoying, although the headband's doing pretty good. If I lean forward, it starts feeling like it's falling, but right, just sitting here, it looks, it's fine. And then the glasses, like I said, because I have to wear glasses because I can't see anything without my glasses. So the glasses were also very cute. I really wanted the glasses. Okay, so if you want to see those, Crafty Girl has those on her channel. She's got her thumbnail that has her with the glasses on, so it's very obvious. You could just scroll through her latest videos and you can see just in the picture what it looks like. Okay, so the other thing I went in there for, I wanted to find the powdered sugar. They had the regular Domino sugar, granulated sugar in the boxes as well. I like buying it in the boxes because I just need, this is 1 pound box, and usually they've gotten to where they get away from the 1 pound boxes and you have to buy the 2 pounds, and you got to figure out, you kind of, you can just eyeball it, but you have to half it. And I don't like the floppy bags. The bags are floppy. This just sits up in my cabinet. I ended up getting 2 of these. They just sit up in my cabinet like this. It's just easier for me to store and easier for me to deal with because I need 1 pound, not 2 pounds. So I got 2 of them. Probably only need 1 for right now, but while I found them, I got them. But my mom likes to buy these in the boxes as well, and it's hard to find. I think at Walmart, they've just quit selling them. They might have them right now, but I haven't seen them there. So anyway, I got this. So I paid more than I would have, I'm sure, at Walmart, but it's a convenience item for me to have it in this box. So this is, I make my fudge with this. I have a very easy fudge recipe. The fudge recipe from last year that didn't get many views has gone viral, and it has over 1,000 views right now, so it's kind of funny. I was thinking about redoing it. I haven't done it yet, but I may redo it, I don't know. So that's one thing I went in there for. Another thing I went in there for was the mandarin oranges, just a restock. I really like the Libby's brand. It is much cheaper to buy it this way, especially if you buy $30 worth of stuff while you're in there. If you don't just go in, get the get the oranges and get out, then you're paying more than if you went to Walmart. So I just like this brand. All of these are made in China. I have not seen a brand that is not coming, not made in China, but grown in China. I've not seen a brand of mandarin oranges in a long time, if ever, that was anywhere but China. So I'm just go ahead and buy the cheaper brand. And this is a good name brand. It's actually not a cheap brand, but they do carry it at Dollar Tree, so it's cheaper. So $1.25 for, what is that, it's 15 ounces? Yeah. So I got 4 of these. I have some fruit salads that I make with these, so I got 4 of these. So that was the main thing I went in there for. At one point, I was having a hard time finding the cotton rounds, and I'm about out of one. I have an extra, but I wanted to go ahead and get one extra because one time I didn't find cotton rounds for weeks. So I'm just making sure I have an extra one at all times because these are almost $4 for, it may be a few more, it might be 100 at Walmart, but I think it is actually 80. It's almost $4 and it's $1.25 at Walmart, and It is 100% pure cotton. These are made in Mexico, so it's not, you know, Chinese made, it's Mexico. So, you know, $1.25, or I think it's like $3.84 or maybe more than that at Walmart. So I'm good with this. They're working fine for me. I just use those to clean my face. And the other thing, I think I did go in there to get some, I had decluttered a lot of my plastic containers and I don't have a lot of room to store them. That's why I bought so many. And then my mother gave me 2 back. I was just at her house and she gave me 2 back and I was like, oh, these must be my sister's. And I think my mother thinks I'm completely losing it. She said, I washed those out myself and it had your candy. That was what I was washing, like the sticky part of the candy. I was washing this, you know, the stuff out. It was yours. And I said, oh, I didn't remember having any take-alongs, but okay. And then now I remember. But at the time I was saying, I don't think these are mine. These are Dawn's. And she's like, what is wrong with your memory? I said, I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. I have a terrible, terrible memory. So I bought too many because she just gave me 2 take-alongs back and now I have 4 more. What I did notice, I picked up the McCormick. They've got the McCormick brand, which is like the McCormick Spice brand. And actually we have a McCormick, I don't know if they make the plastic here, but they probably make it in China, but we have a McCormick plant close to us. It's I believe it's in Mississippi, but we're on the border of Mississippi and Tennessee. And so I picked up the McCormick ones and they were out of the package. They weren't like packaged like this. So you could pick up a bowl and a top and put it on. And I was like, I can't get this top on. And it was taking me forever to get it sealed. I finally got it sealed. But in the meantime, it was a larger one. In the meantime, I also noticed they had the SureFresh ones, and I actually like the green better. So I ended up getting a SureFresh one. It sealed faster. So I actually would think this would be cheaper. Also, the McCormick ones didn't say BPA free, and these did. So, and the problem with BPA free, there's other chemicals in there. If it doesn't have BPA, it has other stuff. So it's not like BPA free is like I know everybody's like, that's the thing to do. I can promise you, anytime they're taking stuff out, unless it's like a really, really clean, you know, a really clean food or a really clean product, just because they said they've taken one thing out doesn't mean there's not a whole bunch of other terrible things in it. So I just thought, well, if I'm going to pay $1.25 and it says BPA free, I'll get these. Also, the top just went on easier. I did still have issues with it, but it did go on. And I put fruit salads. It's going to take me a while to get back on. I put fruit salad. Okay, it's back on. I put fruit salads in here, and I need this to stay on and not be, you know, I need it to be on firmly, and I put it in a box or something when we're traveling. But I just got these because I'm like, I can just give them away. We went somewhere the other day, and I did not have one I could just give away. And then we had to find something for them to scoop the stuff into because it's something one of my family members loves. It's a fruit salad that one of my nephews loves, and I just want to leave it with them. And my whole family loves this fruit salad. So it's just easier to have these containers and just leave them. And then I also got these. This says wait, what does this say? This one says it's 10 cups. And I actually got these first thinking that if it fits in here, I may use these just because it's more compact. But I can also stack these in my fridge because I'll usually make 2 at a time. And then they stack in my fridge and they're not taking up much space. But the same thing with this. If it fits in this is 7.56 cups. If it fits in here, good for me. And if not, it fits in the other one. So I did get these. This is 2 in these. And say I got 3 of these. So 2 of the larger ones, 3 of these, and then I got 2 of these. So I'm overwhelmed with stuff. I just sort of went crazy while I was there, and I really got too much. So now I don't have a good place to store it because where I was storing it this is not all going to fit. So I'm going to have to rethink my storage. But if I give some of these away at Christmas, I won't be storing them for very long. I picked up the Delta hand. I told y'all that I like the Delta Home hand soap, and they've got their Christmas scents out, and one of them is cinnamon and clove. This one smells really good. I haven't started using it, but I did take the top off and sniff it after I got home with it. Smells divine. I really, really like the Delta Home brand hand soaps. They've got a coconut one, toasted coconut. That one's out for Christmas. They have pumpkin spice, so that would have been more of a fall, but it's still on the shelves at my store. And there might have been one, there may be one other, but this one was the one that I wanted to try. So cinnamon and clove is the one that I picked. and it is 16 ounces, which is nice. It's a nice size for $1.25. And the Spencer's mother has been in the hospital for, gosh, it's over a week and a half. She had a stroke. It's a really bad situation, but she seems to be improving. So, you know, we're hopeful. But I got all the Christmas cards that come in the box, the boxed Christmas cards. But I found this, and I thought this was just really beautiful for her since she is in the hospital, and they're having to put her on a feeding tube. So, you know, it wasn't our happiest choice, but I feel like she's going to be able to walk at some point, but they haven't really gotten her up except for a couple times, so it's kind of hard to say what she's going to be able to do once she gets to rehab and gets going. But I just thought this was a really pretty card. It's the ones that are in plastic, so these are $1, and I just really liked it. So I just thought with her being in the hospital, I would get her a special card, not just a boxed card. And then the other thing I got was candy. So if you're in my family and you're watching, you need to stop watching because some of this is stocking stuffers. So most of this is for Spencer. These Coastal Bay confections, this is a 12-ounce bag. This is a huge bag for $1.25. And it's these spearmint ones. Did it say spearmint? Yeah, spearmint. 12 ounces. I thought that was a great deal. And the first one I ran across was the strawberry ones. Those are good. And this one's also a 12-ounce bag for $1.25. Now they keep saying the prices are going to go down at some point, and some things are going to be $1. I don't know that will be $1, but they keep saying some things are going back to $1. My store still hasn't done that, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but it hasn't happened. These are for me, the Queen Anne dark chocolate. My dad will buy these for himself as well, which I may get him some too. But so you only get 5 pieces, but dark chocolate cherries for $1.25. I just thought I would try them. I know I've had the regular. I can't remember if I've had the dark chocolate, which I probably have. I got my mom some peanut butter clusters. I think that says 3 ounces. Delicious milk chocolatey clusters filled with creamy peanut butter and roasted peanuts, 3 ounces. Barton's brand. I don't think I've had those, but these are for my husband. Junior Mint's Peppermint Crunch. It sounded good to me. Actually, I should get myself some of this. It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? That's 3.5 ounces. Anytime you can get these boxes and they're 3.5 ounces, that's a pretty good deal for $1.25. And you can get these boxes at Dollar General for $1. They still have them for $1. Unfortunately, at mine, they either don't carry much or they're wiped out all the time. So I usually end up having to get them at Dollar Tree, but definitely check your Dollar General first. And then this one's only 3 ounces because the holiday ones are usually a little bit smaller ounces. If you just get the regular Warheads, it's probably 3.5, but since it's a holiday box, it's 3 ounces. So I got these for my husband too. So you can see it's the sour, what does it say? Sour, sweet, and fruity. And it's green apple, black cherry, and blue raspberry gummy candies. So it's only a few in here, but I think you'll enjoy that for his stocking. And then I got peppermint bark for me and my mom. The Palmer's brand. A lot of people talk about the Palmer's brand being kind of, what do they call it? Kind of I don't think plasticky is the word, but it's maybe not the best brand. But then some people say they love it. So I thought I would try the peppermint bark and just see. So that's it for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye. Hey everybody, this is Mila, and I have a little bit of a health update on her, and she wants to get down because she thinks I'm taking her to the vet. So, so if you're one of my longtime viewers, you know that Mila was going to the eye specialist, and at one point the eye specialist just came out with this, we need to remove her right eye business. And this same eye specialist had wanted to do a very expensive surgery on Ranger that he ended up not needing, because I just, after she told me it was $2,000, and I said, no, no, I'm not paying $2,000. I go to a vet that doesn't charge anything like that for a surgery. I mean, like a few hundred, you know. So I had told him, and he said, I mean, we'll figure out what it is and I'll do it. Well, in the meantime, because I told her no, she found an eye drop for Ranger that, by the way, worked. And so he hasn't needed a surgery. And in fact, he had been off the eye drop for about a year, and then it comes and goes. So whatever it is, she didn't even really know what it is, but it comes and goes. So it had started up again in a very minor way. So I started up the drops, and then it kind of went away again. So I think it's probably just going to be an ongoing thing. Use the drops, discontinue the drops, and then maybe have to use them again. So, but that's much cheaper than a $2,000 surgery. Would everyone agree? Right? So then when she told me that Mila needed to have her eye removed, and if you saw that clip of Mila, she's absolutely beautiful. She has beautiful eyes. She's so pretty. And I'm not against removing her eye if she has cancer. The lady said that she can't see behind her eye, and to her that meant there must be a tumor, but we have no way of knowing for sure it's a tumor. I'm just going by what she's saying, and she's already tried to do a surgery on my dog. So once again, what she said was, in dogs, this tumor is benign. And I'm like, okay. And she said, I've never seen it in a cat. And so I said to myself, okay. So then when she said, you know, we need to take her eye out, I said, no. And I think I looked really shocked because she said, oh, I'm sorry. And I thought, well, who wouldn't be shocked? I didn't come in here. You don't go in there, unless they have a terrible eye injury or something, you don't go in there thinking they're going to have their eye removed. Does anybody go in the eye expert thinking they're having an eye removed? I mean, I don't know. I did not. So we had had several visits with her, and that had never been brought up. Then just all of a sudden, sort of out of the blue, oh, you know, it's dark back here, I can't see, blah, blah. So my husband wanted me to take her to the regular vet. I've taken her twice now. The first time I took her, he took her off everything. She was on something, her other eye, the pressure had gone up. So basically that means she has glaucoma. They don't say that. They just say her pressure is high. So I don't know why they don't say it's glaucoma. She was on the glaucoma medicine, and when he tested her, because he's got the little meter thing that they use, they numb their eyes and then they put this little thing up to their eye, and that's how they test it. It's not a big deal. She's very stressed out, but it's not a big deal. I've had it done myself. It's not that stressful. She's stressed out because she's terrified of whatever they're doing to her. She doesn't know what they're doing. She doesn't understand, you know, but just a normal person, it's not stressful at all. So, he did that, and she was on the medicine for the eye pressure, and so you should be around 20. I think hers was still a little bit high on the medicine, so around 22, which is a little bit still high. But when he tested her, she was, I think he said over 30. It was at least 30, over 30. That's way too high to be on medication. So he said, you know what, let's stop all the medication. Let's stop the eye drop in the bad eye. Let's stop because I told him that I had read that, and she was on prednisone by mouth. I'd read that steroids can raise the eye pressure, and I think stress can also raise the eye pressure. And he said, let's just stop everything. Stop the steroid in the eye, stop the steroid by mouth. No, he said back off the steroid by mouth, just like half it or whatever. So I just dragged it out further. Instead of every day or whatever I was doing every other day, I did it like every 3 days or something like that. So I just spread it out so it was less. And wait about 3.5 weeks, come back in. So we did that this week. We went back in, and this week it was down in the 20s. It was still too high, but no drops, no eye drops at all. Now her bad eye, the one that the lady wanted to remove, it was starting to look a little foggy again. And that was concerning me because that's what I had gone in there originally for. It wasn't for whatever's going on at the back of the eye. It was the front of the eye was looking weird. And we kind of think that's autoimmune. She never knew what it was. I've had 2 pets in there with her. She does not know what the diagnosis is. She did treat Ranger successfully and this eye somewhat successfully for Mila, but, you know, never really knowing what is going on. She just calls it, what does she call it? Idiopathic, which means no one knows, or she does not know. And she has a guy that used to be the eye expert here. He's moved, and he's very well. I mean, he's really good. I wish he was here so I'd rather talk to him, honestly, because he was probably here for 35, 40 years. And now he's in Chicago working. So she sent pictures and stuff to him, and he just said, yeah, no big deal. This was before she decided to take it out. Yeah, no big deal. Cat's fine. He wasn't worried at all. So we just continued the drops and stuff. So because it was starting to look kind of foggy again and kind of weird, and I didn't want that, if it's autoimmune, I didn't want it starting up again. So he didn't say leave her on the drop, but I decided on my own, because we have the drops. We were doing it 3 times a week. That's what the specialist has said was 3 times a week long term, which I think I quit going to her because of all this, but that to me meant forever. I thought we were going to wean her off, and then I got the idea we weren't weaning her off. So I've decided personally to put her back on 2 times a week. So if it is affecting her pressure, because the pressure was high in both eyes. So if it is affecting the pressure, maybe it'll affect a little less because it's only twice a week instead of 3 times a week. I don't know. Not an expert on that. But anyway, I don't want that autoimmune stuff starting back up again. So in the meantime, she also had some weird blood level numbers, and that was why I had put her on the steroid pill. So if you're wondering, the pill, the eye doctor thought maybe it was helping her eye some. I never really thought it was helping her eye. I felt like it was helping her immune system to regulate, because she was obviously having kind of the same thing that my cat Sunshine has, where her blood counts were all off. They weren't horrible. Like Sunshine was about half dead. She was about dead, seriously. Mila's were not that far off. They weren't, the doctor would not have treated her, but I told him, because of the deal with Sunshine, I was like, I want to treat her. And he was like, that's fine, treat her if that's what you want to do. And I had the medicine here, so I just gave it to her. So that's why we've kind of weaned that back to, what did I say, once or twice a week. I think I told him, because she looked so good, she's very pink, the little pink nose or pink gums, and that means that she's doing well. So after I backed her off and everything looked nice and pink and healthy and all that, I think I can just probably back her off completely. So I may just not be giving her any more pills, or maybe once a week, something like that. But it's a very low dose, so it's not much. So anyway, that's the update. It was basically, he just said, let's just take her off everything and see what happens. And nothing terrible happened. So she did, like I said, she got a little fuzzy in the bad eye, which was the right eye. Other than that, nothing happened. The pressure went down. So it was very strange. He said, well, obviously the medicine for the pressure is not working. I was like, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's working. So why keep, it's stressful for her to have an eye drop, every single day, which is what you have to do. So, I mean, it wasn't bothering me. My husband felt like she was super stressed out, but when I did it, I would kind of sneak up on her at the table. If she was up on the table eating, I would just walk up to her and go, bloop. And she seemed fine to me, but he felt like it was stressful for her, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But if we can just not do it, I'm fine with it. So anyway, that's the update on Mila, and it probably made no sense, but that's just what he decided to do. And he's not the eye expert. He cannot see at the back of her eye. But what he said was, she's not pawing at her eye. She doesn't, he said, does she act like she's bothered? And I said, no, she does not act bothered at all. She never acted bothered, but when we looked at her, she looked weird. And I did know somebody whose cat had cancer in their eye, so I had been through that. Somebody I cleaned for, I had been through that with them, and it is very serious. But with the woman saying this particular tumor that she thinks it is, never seen that in a cat, and I'm like, okay, we do have terrible luck, but because he was like, what are we going to do? Take her eye out and send it off to pathology and then find out it isn't? And I kind of had to agree with it. I felt like it came out of nowhere, and I felt like it was a money-making thing. And I could be completely wrong. But the fact that she tried to do a surgery on Ranger, and then a few months, or maybe it was a year later, I'm in there with Mila, and she's trying to do a surgery on her. I'm just like, what is happening? And why are you charging $2,000 for surgery? It's insane to me. We just don't spend that much on the surgery. We never have. We're very blessed with a wonderful vet that just loves people and loves animals and loves doing the right thing. And we just don't spend that much on the surgery. We've never. So anyway, I don't know. Okay, so that's my very long update on Mila. Love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I am going to be doing, if I can get it together, I'm going to do kind of someone asked for a decorate with me, so I'm kind of putting something together. It's not so much decorate with me, it's just kind of some before and afters, and I talk a little bit about what I'm doing. So it's not exactly decorate with me, but it'll be close enough. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon.